Stop what you are doing right now. Do not scroll past this. Do not close this video. The fact that you have arrived here at this exact second is the single most important confirmation you have been waiting for all year. You might think the algorithm brought you here, or that this is just another random suggestion on your feed, but let me tell you something that your spirit already knows. There are no accidents in the life of a chosen one. You are watching this because the universe is trying to interrupt your routine to deliver a specific, urgent assignment. There is a woman who needs your help right now. This is not a metaphor. This is not a drill. Somewhere in your radius, within the sphere of your influence, there is a woman whose survival, breakthrough, or emotional salvation is currently tethered to an action only you can take. You have felt it, haven't you? Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you. And strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment. That strange heaviness in your chest lately. That thought of a specific person popping into your head while you're driving, or washing the dishes, or trying to sleep. You brushed it off as a distraction, but it was actually a notification from the divine realm. God is asking you to help this woman right now, and the reason is terrifyingly beautiful. Her breakthrough is the key that unlocks yours. Before we go any further, I need you to understand the stakes. We are talking about the law of spiritual circulation. If you click away, you aren't just ignoring a video. You might be severing a divine timeline that was set up to bless you. So, I challenge you to watch this until the very last second, because I am going to reveal exactly how to identify this woman, why you were chosen for this task, and the specific massive blessing that is waiting for you on the other side of your obedience. If you are ready to accept your mission, I want you to like this video right now. It's not just a click, it's a digital signature that says, I am listening. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell. We are building a community of awakened souls here, and you do not want to be asleep when the next instruction comes. Let's dive deep into the reality of this moment. You are a chosen one. This term gets thrown around a lot, but let's look at the psychology and spirituality behind it. Being chosen doesn't mean you are better than everyone else. It means you have a higher sensitivity to the unseen. It means your mirror neurons, the parts of your brain responsible for empathy and connection, are firing at a capacity that most people cannot handle. You feel things before they happen. You walk into a room and the energy shifts. Lately, however, you have been feeling a disruption, a glitch in the matrix. You might have been feeling an unexplained anxiety, a sense of urgency, or a sudden wave of sadness that doesn't belong to you. Listen to me closely. That is not your sadness. That is the signal. You are acting as a spiritual antenna, picking up the distress signal of a woman who is running out of time or hope. Who is this woman? This is the question burning in your mind. I need you to lower your logical defenses and open your intuition. She might not be a stranger. In fact, for many of you over the age of 35, this woman is someone disguised in your everyday life. She could be the co-worker who always smiles a little too brightly, the one who brings coffee for everyone else but looks exhausted in her eyes. She could be your neighbor, the one you wave to but haven't really spoken to in months. She could be a family member who has gone strangely silent in the group chat, or she could be a complete stranger you are about to cross paths with at the grocery store or the gas station later today. The disguise is the trick. People in deep pain often wear the best masks, but because you are a chosen one, you have the gift of discernment. You can see behind the mask. God is counting on you to look past the "I'm fine" and see the "help me." Why you? Why now? This is where science meets spirituality. In quantum physics, there is a phenomenon known as quantum entanglement. It states that two particles, once linked, remain connected even if they are separated by vast distances. What affects one instantly affects the other. You and this woman are entangled in a destiny knot. Her relief is tied to your release. You have been praying for a change in your life. Maybe you've been asking for financial increase, for healing in your body, or for clarity in your purpose. You've been banging on the doors of heaven asking, "When is it my turn?" And heaven is answering you right now by saying, "It is your turn, but the door opens outward. You have to push it open by helping someone else." This is the ancient principle of sowing and reaping, but it's faster than that. It's the boomerang effect. Think about the widow of Zarephath in the ancient texts. She was starving, preparing her last meal for herself and her son, ready to die. The prophet Elijah shows up and asks her for food. It seems cruel, doesn't it? Asking a woman with almost nothing to give up the little she has. But the miracle wasn't in the keeping, it was in the giving. When she served the prophet first, her flour and oil never ran dry. The assignment you have right now to help this woman is your Elijah moment. It looks like an inconvenience. It looks like an interruption. You might be thinking, "I barely have enough energy for myself. How can I help her?" That is exactly why you must do it. The resource you need, whether it's money, energy, time, or emotional bandwidth, is hidden inside the act of giving it away. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do, but first, I need to warn you about the resistance you will feel. The moment you decide to take this assignment seriously, your ego will flare up. You will hear thoughts like, "She doesn't want my help," or "I'm imagining things," or "I'm too busy today." This is the friction of growth. The enemy of your soul knows that if you complete this mission, you unlock a new level of authority. So, he will try to make you awkward, shy, or stingy. Do not listen to those voices. They are the guardians of your stagnation. Push past the awkwardness. So, how do you help her? It doesn't always mean writing a check, although for some of you, financial generosity is exactly the test you need to pass. For many, the assignment is much more subtle. It is the ministry of presence. It is stopping, looking her in the eye and asking, "How are you really?" and waiting for the answer. It is sending that text message that says, "You were on my heart today." It is offering to carry a bag, to pay for a coffee, to offer a ride, to listen without offering advice. It is a small act of obedience that creates a massive ripple in the spiritual realm. I want you to pause for a second and think. Who came to your mind when I started speaking? Don't second guess it. The first face, the first name that flashed across your consciousness, that is the one. Do not analyze it away. That intuition is the voice of God. I want you to type that person's initials in the comments right now. You don't have to give their full name, just the initials. By typing it, you are anchoring the assignment. You are telling the universe, "I received the message." Do it now. It's a small step of faith. Let's go deeper into why this is happening today. We are living in a time of unprecedented isolation. Despite being connected by technology, people are drowning in loneliness. The woman God is pointing you toward feels invisible. She feels like she is screaming in a soundproof room. By seeing her, you act as the hands and feet of the divine. You validate her existence. And here is the secret that most people miss. When you validate her, God validates you. You have been feeling invisible in certain areas of your life, haven't you? You feel like your hard work goes unnoticed, that your prayers are hitting a ceiling. The remedy for your invisibility is to become the eyes of God for someone else. There is a concept in psychology called the helper's high. It's a release of endorphins and oxytocin that happens when you do something kind for another person. But spiritually, it's much more than a chemical reaction. It is an alignment of frequencies. When you help, you vibrate at the frequency of abundance. You cannot be in a state of lack and a state of giving at the same time. By giving, you force your spirit into the frequency of more than enough. You signal to the universe that you are a conduit, a pipe through which blessings can flow. And guess what? Pipes that carry water are always wet. You cannot deliver a blessing without getting the residue of that blessing all over your own life. But there is a danger here. If you ignore this prompting, you are not just being neutral, you are actively rejecting an upgrade. I know that sounds harsh, but we need to be real. How many times have you asked for a sign, received it, and then ignored it because it was inconvenient? This is the cycle that keeps people stuck in the same loop for years. They want the miracle, but they don't want the mission. You are different. You are a chosen one. You know that the mission is the vehicle for the miracle. Let me share a quick story that illustrates this perfectly. There was a man who felt a sudden urge to buy groceries for a woman crying in her car in a parking lot. He was in a rush, late for a meeting. He argued with himself. It's creepy to approach her, he thought. She'll think I'm weird. But the urge was so strong, almost physical. He obeyed. He knocked on the window, handed her a gift card he happened to have, and said, "God told me you needed this." The woman broke down. She had just lost her job and was deciding whether to buy food or medicine for her child. That small act didn't just feed a child. It restored that woman's faith in a benevolent universe. But here is the kicker. The man went to his meeting, which he was late for. Because he was late, he bumped into an old colleague in the elevator who he hadn't seen in 10 years. That colleague offered him a partnership that changed his career and financial destiny forever. If he hadn't stopped, if he hadn't obeyed, he would have been on time for the meeting, but late for his destiny. The interruption was the setup. This is what is happening to you. The woman you are called to help is your divine detour. She is the intersection where your preparation meets your opportunity. Do not rush past her. Now let's talk about the specific symptoms that confirm this is for you. If you have been seeing repeating numbers like 1111 or 444, this is a sign of alignment. If you have been having vivid dreams where you are searching for something or someone, this is your subconscious processing the assignment. If you have felt a sudden wave of emotion while driving or sitting in silence, that is the transfer of burden. This is intercession. You are carrying her burden so you can help lift it. I need to address the skeptics for a moment. You might be thinking, I don't have money to help anyone. Listen to me. If you wait until you think you have enough, you will never have enough. Abundance is a mindset, not a bank balance. The widow gave from her lack, not her surplus. You might have time, you might have a listening ear, you might have a skill she needs. Maybe she needs advice on something you are an expert in. Maybe she just needs someone to help her move a piece of furniture. Do not limit the definition of help to currency. Your humanity is the currency. The urgency of this message cannot be overstated. Windows of opportunity in the spirit realm open and close. There is a timing to this. The Greeks had two words for time, chronos and kairos. Chronos is chronological time, seconds, minutes, hours. Kairos is an opportune moment, a season, a divine appointment. You are in a kairos moment right now. If you hesitate, the moment passes. The woman might find help elsewhere, or worse, she might sink deeper into despair. And you will have to go around the mountain again, waiting for the next test cycle. Let's pass the test this time. Let's break the cycle. Imagine the scenario. You reach out to her, you overcome the fear, you make the connection, you see the light come back into her eyes. At that moment, something breaks in the atmosphere. The heavy cloud that has been following you for weeks suddenly evaporates. You feel lighter, clarity floods your mind. Suddenly, the problems that seemed insurmountable in your own life begin to shrink. Solutions appear out of nowhere. The phone rings with good news. This is not magic, this is spiritual mechanics. You cleared the blockage in the flow by becoming the flow. I want you to take a deep breath. Inhale the courage you need. Exhale the doubt. You are capable of this. You were built for this. God would not ask you to do something He hasn't already equipped you to handle. Let's get practical. What is your strategy? Step 1, awareness. For the next 24 hours, keep your eyes open. Look at people, really look at them. Put your phone down when you are in public. Scan the room. Your spirit will highlight her. Step 2, proximity. Put yourself in her orbit. If it's a co-worker, walk by her desk. If it's a neighbor, spend time outside. If it's a friend, make the call. Step 3, the opening. You don't need a grand speech. Just start with kindness, a compliment, a question. You look like you have a lot on your mind. Is everything okay? Step 4, the action. When the need is revealed, act immediately. Do not say, "Let me know if you need anything." That puts the burden back on her. Instead, say, "I'm going to do this for you." Be specific. Be assertive in your kindness. There is a woman watching this video right now who is the woman who needs help. And if that is you, if you are the one crying out for a miracle, I want you to know that help is on the way. God is waking up His army. He is waking up the sleepers to come to your aid. Hang on. Do not give up. Your rescue is being dispatched, and for the chosen ones who are the rescuers, your obedience is the answer to her prayer. We are building a chain reaction of kindness here. Imagine if every person watching this video helped just one woman today. We would create a tsunami of grace that would shift the vibration of the entire planet. This is how we change the world, not by grand politics, but by one-on-one divine assignments. I want to challenge you with something deeper. Sometimes the woman you need to help is the woman in the mirror. Many of you have been neglecting yourselves, pouring from an empty cup, playing the martyr. Maybe the assignment is to finally forgive yourself, to finally treat yourself with the same kindness you give to others. If you are burned out, you cannot burn bright. Ask God, is it me? Am I the one who needs my help? If the answer is yes, then your assignment is radical self-care. It is setting a boundary. It is saying no to something draining so you can say yes to your sanity. This is also a valid interpretation of the assignment. But for the majority of you, the call is external. It is a test of your stewardship. Can you be trusted with another person's vulnerability? This is a high honor. In ancient times, armor-bearers were chosen not just for their strength, but for their loyalty and ability to anticipate the needs of the king. You are being called to be an armor-bearer for a daughter of the king. Let's talk about the cliffhanger of destiny. You're standing on the edge of a new chapter. I can feel it. The last few years have been brutal for you. You have faced betrayal, loss, confusion, and delay. You have wondered if God has forgotten your address. I'm here to tell you that the silence was not rejection, it was preparation. You were being forged in the fire so you could carry the weight of the glory that is coming. But the key to the gate is this specific act of service. Whatever you do, do not let fear talk you out of this. Fear will tell you that you are being intrusive. Fear will tell you that you will be rejected. Fear is a liar. The spirit of this woman is crying out for connection. Even if her ego resists at first, her soul will recognize your light. Be persistent, be gentle, be love in motion. I want you to declare something with me. Say it out loud or say it in your heart. I am available, I am listening, I am a vessel of divine love. I will not hesitate. I activate my assignment now. Feel the power of those words. You are shifting your reality. As we approach the end of this message, the window of action is fully open. The next few hours are critical. Pay attention to your phone. Pay attention to the random thoughts. Pay attention to the interruptions. The thing that annoys you might be the thing that blesses you. If this message has resonated with your spirit, if you felt the chills, the goosebumps, the truth settling in your bones, then you know this was for you. Do not let this feeling fade. Act on it. And please share this video. Share it with a friend, a sister, a group. You never know who else needs to be awakened to their assignment. You might be the catalyst for someone else's miracle just by hitting the share button. And before you go, I have a request. Come back to this video. After you have identified the woman and taken the step, come back and share your testimony in the comments. Your story will inspire thousands of others. Let's fill the comment section with proof that God is still moving, that humanity is still good, and that miracles are still happening. Remember, you are not random. You are not an accident. You are a chosen one, strategically placed in this time and space to make a difference. The woman is waiting. The angels are watching. The reward is ready. The only variable left is you. What will you do? Go now. Be the miracle. And watch how the universe rushes to meet you. Let's go a little deeper into the mechanics of this, because I know your analytical mind is still looking for a loophole. You might be thinking, what if I get it wrong? What if I help the wrong person? Let me relieve you of that pressure. You cannot help the wrong person. Kindness is never wasted. Even if you help someone who doesn't deserve it by human standards, or someone who isn't the specific target of this assignment, you still score points in the spirit. God looks at the heart, not just the outcome. If your heart is postured to obey, the blessing is released the moment you move. The intention is the key. Think about the concept of the butterfly effect. A butterfly flaps its wings in Brazil and causes a tornado in Texas. It sounds like chaos theory, but it's actually a map of spiritual connectivity. Your small act, buying that sandwich, sending that text, holding that door, listening to that story, is the flap of the butterfly's wings. You have no idea what hurricanes of grace you are unleashing in that woman's future. Maybe your kindness stops her from doing something drastic. Maybe it gives her the strength to leave a toxic relationship. Maybe it inspires her to start a business that will one day employ thousands. You are not just helping a woman. You are stewarding a timeline. You are a co-creator with God. I want to address the men watching this. You might think, this is for the women. No. Men, your strength is needed here. The woman who needs help might need a father figure, a brother, a protector. She might need to see that good men still exist. Your respectful, honorable assistance can heal decades of trauma caused by other men. Do not underestimate the power of a godly man stepping in to help without expecting anything in return. That is a healing balm that money cannot buy. And for the women watching, you know the struggle. You know how hard it is to ask for help. That is why you must offer it before she asks. Women are often taught to carry the world on their shoulders silently. Break that curse. Be the sisterhood you wish you had. The clock is ticking, not in a panic-inducing way, but in a rhythmic, purposeful way. Every second you delay is a second that the enemy can use to plant doubt. Speed is a weapon. Obedience that is delayed is obedience that is diluted. When you feel the nudge, move. Do not wait for a handwritten letter from heaven. The nudge is the letter. Let's talk about the aftermath. After you do this, watch your dreams. The nights following an act of high-level obedience are often filled with prophetic downloads. Keep a journal by your bed. God often gives the next set of instructions when your conscious mind is asleep, especially after you have proven you can handle the waking assignments. You might get an idea for a business, a solution to a family conflict, or a sudden peace about a decision you've been wrestling with. This is the receipt for your transaction of faith. Also, look for the number 7. In biblical numerology, 7 is the number of completion and perfection. You might see 7:77 or 7 notifications or wake up at 7 a.m. Take this as a divine wink. It means it is done. It means the cycle is complete. I also want to warn you about energy vampires. As you open yourself up to help, use discernment. Helping does not mean letting someone drain you dry. There is a difference between a divine assignment and a distraction. A divine assignment will feel light, even if it requires effort. It will bring peace. A distraction will feel chaotic, confusing, and heavy. If you feel manipulated, step back and pray. God calls us to be kind, not foolish. Trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. But if it feels like a warm, sad, urgent pull, that is the Holy Spirit. This mission is also about healing your own past. Many of you carry guilt from times you couldn't help or times you weren't there for someone who passed away. You carry that regret like a heavy backpack. This assignment is your redemption arc. By helping this woman now, you are spiritually healing that wound from the past. You are putting love into the world to balance the scales. It is a form of atonement. Let the guilt go. You are here now. You can make a difference now. Let's visualize the outcome. Close your eyes for a moment if it's safe. Imagine the woman. See her face changing from worry to relief. Feel the energy shift. Now imagine a light beaming down from the heavens, hitting you and reflecting onto her. See the cords of despair snapping. See the doors opening. Now open your eyes. You have just pre-paved the reality. Now walk into it. I am often asked, how do I know if I am a chosen one? The fact that you are still watching this video is the answer. The unchosen would have clicked away at the first mention of responsibility. They are seeking entertainment, not assignment. You are seeking purpose. You are willing to be uncomfortable for the sake of the kingdom. That is the mark of the chosen. You are the special forces of the spiritual realm. You go where others won't. You love who others ignore. You give when others hoard. This is your identity. Wear it proudly. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. You cannot go back to sleep now. You have seen the truth. The matrix has cracked. You know that everything is connected. I want you to think about the legacy of this moment. Years from now, this woman might tell a story about the angel who appeared when she had nothing. She won't know your name, maybe, or your background, but she will know that God saw her because you saw her. You are writing history today, not in the history books, but in the book of life. So here is your marching order. Turn off this video in a moment. Stand up, straighten your spine, take a deep breath. Say, "Here I am, Lord, send me." And then go about your day with your spiritual radar fully engaged. You will find her, or rather, she will be revealed to you. Do not worry about the how. The how is God's business. The yes is your business. Give him your yes, and he will give you the map. This is the beginning of a new season for you. A season of active miracles. A season where you stop waiting for the move of God and become the move of God. I am proud of you. I am standing with you in the Spirit. We are doing this together. One last thing, don't forget to protect your energy afterwards. After you help, take a moment to recharge. Wash your hands with cold water, a physical act of resetting your energy. Say a prayer of release. I have done what I was asked. I release the outcome to God. This prevents you from carrying her burden home with you. You are the conduit, not the container. Let the power flow through you, not stay in you and stagnate. I love you, family. You are powerful beyond measure. You are loved beyond comprehension, and you are needed right now. This is not just a YouTube video. This is an initiation. Welcome to the next level of your spiritual evolution. Now look at the screen, look at the title again. This is not random. Believe it, own it, walk in it. The woman is waiting, the heavens are waiting. It's time. Go. Pause for reflection. And if you are still here, let me give you one final nugget of wisdom to carry with you. There is a secret law of the universe called the law of vacuums. Nature abhors a vacuum. When you give, whether it is time, money, love, or energy, you create a vacuum in your life. You create empty space, and spiritual law dictates that the universe must rush in to fill that space. But it never fills it with the same amount you gave out. It always fills it with more. It is pressed down, shaken together, and running over. By emptying yourself for this woman, you are literally creating the capacity for your own overflow. You are digging the ditches so the rain can fill them. If you are full of yourself, full of your own worries, full of your own plans, there is no room for the new blessing. Pour yourself out. That is how you get filled up. Think of a sponge. A sponge cannot soak up fresh water if it is already full of old dirty water. You have to squeeze it out first. This act of helping is the squeeze. It might feel uncomfortable. It might feel like pressure, but it is making you ready to absorb the fresh, living water that is coming your way. So do not look at this assignment as a loss. Look at it as an investment. You are investing in the bank of heaven, and the interest rates are astronomical. I want you to be observant of colors today. Color is often a language of the spirit. If you keep seeing the color blue, it might represent peace or communication. Maybe the woman needs someone to talk to. If you see green, it might represent provision or healing. Maybe she needs a physical resource. If you see red, it might represent urgency or protection. Maybe she is in danger and needs a safe space. Use all your senses. You are a multidimensional being. Use your full toolkit. And never forget the power of attention. You need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you, and strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment.